Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal. I review cognitive supplements, and in today's age, everybody is looking for some sort of natural way to increase their testosterone, because more testosterone, let's face it, means increased muscle size, better luck with losing weight, increased confidence, increased aggression, and helping to have deep sleep. And I've actually had lower testosterone in the past, so I've tried a lot of supplements out there, most of which were somewhat disappointing. So I'm going to share with you my experience using MACA, some of the benefits, what the side effects are, and specifically how to take it. I feel that MACA is somewhat overrated because there's a lot of other natural testosterone boosting supplements which you can ingest, and within 1 or 2 weeks you actually feel different, you feel more confident, you feel better results in the gym. And so MACA I was pretty disappointed with, and it's interesting because right now we have so many supplements that are specifically marketed for individuals to increase their testosterone levels. But as per the study over here, they actually looked at a number of different supplements that were marketed for increasing testosterone levels, and we can see some of the results across popular supplements out there like ashwagandha, Tongkat Ali, MACA. But unfortunately, most of these supplements, as you'd expect, did not have solid research backing that they did in fact increase testosterone levels. So MACA sort of falls under that category of supplements which, sure, if you don't notice anything else working, you can try. There's nothing really to lose because the side effects really aren't too severe. Yeah, you shouldn't really see some sort of significant benefit. I mean, if you're somebody which has pretty low testosterone levels, you may notice some sort of benefit with MACA. However, I feel like there's much more stronger herbs that you could ingest, like Tongkat Ali, which I've talked about more in this video over here. Tongkat Ali, you use it and you within a week pretty much notice all the feelings of having higher testosterone levels. So if you're unfamiliar with MACA, you'll be happy to know it's a naturally occurring supplement, so it's not man-made. It's actually derived from a specific plant, and this plant is grown in very high altitudes. It's very hard to find. It has very unique properties. It can survive through intense colds, intense sunlight, and strong winds. One of the things I like about this supplement is that it's been used for centuries. Specifically in Peru, it's been used for wellness, it's been used for sexual function and helping with libido. And the good news is that if you don't notice results from it, you can try a different form of MACA, because we have the MACA root, but often you'll see it marketed in the MACA extract form. And then to get even more complex, there's actually different colors of MACAs. Although MACA can either be yellow, it can be black, or it can be red. And it's been said that black can potentially help you better with muscle strength, whereas red can help you more with mood, and yellow is pretty much the cheapest and least effective kind. And that's not surprising because you'll find the least quantity of black MACA within the MACA root you're looking at. So a MACA root, it'll typically contain 60 to 70% yellow content. It would be 20 to 25% red and only 10 to 15% black. And so from my experience in using MACA, I've used it several times, but I never had actually taken the colors into consideration. So this is positive, knowing that I actually came across this study over here, where this is a great study because they actually used 44 male athletes. So these are people like myself. They're young, they're active, they aren't seniors like most of the study subjects are in other research. So these were athletes that used black MACA or they used placebo, and the study did conclude positive benefits with the group that was ingesting black MACA. They had better results with their grip strength, sit-ups, long jump, running, and changes in inflammation. But here's where things get interesting. Based on this, you would assume that black MACA is better, but it's actually not. In fact, it really depends on what sort of benefit that you're looking for, because if you're looking for increased muscle strength, perhaps you can go with the black MACA. But if you're looking for a noticeable boost in libido, perhaps a noticeable boost in mood, we actually have some research showing that red MACA was more effective than black MACA, and they actually did this study across 2 different altitudes. So they took study subjects that were living in high mountains as well as low mountains, and they actually found that in both groups, whether they were living in high altitudes or low altitudes, as per this chart, they experienced better results using the red MACA with respect to sexual desire. And based on these lines here, it looked like using red MACA, things just gradually improved week after week. So you can assume that MACA, you probably won't notice the results straight away, but with time, it will actually work well. I often find some of the supplements which are very strong aren't something that I would consistently be comfortable using in my stack because of the side effects that are associated with it. Let's face it, stronger stuff has stronger side effects. And I browsed hundreds of anecdotes and found mixed opinions, but most commonly people don't notice it working. You will find the odd exception. This subject mentioned that I'm on my second dose. It's very noticeable for me. and I have poor libido, but that's noticeably been boosted today thanks to the maca, and it also had a noticeable effect on their mood. However, we don't know if this subject has continued to use maca long term, so unfortunately we have to understand this just could have been the placebo effect. As expected, with elder individuals, there's stronger support that it can in fact increase testosterone levels. If we look at this study over here, we had 80 participants that were enrolled into using maca over a long period, and the subjects did in fact see results with their blood work in testosterone level. However, if we look at this study here, this is a bit more relevant because the subjects were aged between 21 and 56 years old, and they were ingesting either 1500 milligrams of maca, 3000 milligrams, or they were ingesting placebo. And the findings were such that the subjects did not see an increase of testosterone levels. However, they did notice some sort of boost to their mood, and that's been my experience for using a lot of natural testosterone boosters. It's not like I could say they didn't work, because if anything, they helped to slightly improve my mood. My baseline mood was a bit better. I wasn't as anxious or as irritable. I was a bit more confident, but I didn't see results with some of the other things like improving my muscle mass or helping me with my sleep quality, which are all signs that you're having better testosterone levels. So should you take maca for improving your mood? Probably not, because even then we have limited research supporting it does that. In fact, this study over here showed that it only helped boost mood with postmenopausal women. So women often will use maca for this benefit. I find it interesting in that some subjects noticed that it helped them with energy levels, and so for that reason you may want to consider avoiding it before bed, but otherwise it's pretty convenient to take. You can take it in a fasted state, you can take it in a fed state. I also don't believe there's many interactions with other supplements, so a good stack you can perhaps consider is using Tonkat Aldi along with your maca. And looking at the side effects here, the most common one that we come across are headaches and irritability. Fortunately, if we look at the studies, we have basically no adverse effects, no side effects were found. The subjects all seem to tolerate maca well. However, if we look at this anecdote, somebody mentioned that the first time I took it, I got a slight headache about 20 minutes after, which lasted an hour. They did expect to feel some sort of energy boost, but that didn't happen. Another individual mentioned that they were definitely irritated the first couple of times they took it, but then afterwards they got a pleasant mood boost and more blood flow. So irritability seems to be the common one. And keep in mind that with maca, if you're not noticing the benefits or you're experiencing side effects, you can always try switching between the maca root to the maca extract, to even trying one of the different colors, and even trying different serving sizes, because the serving sizes with maca are very misunderstood. There's dose ranges all over the place, and that's because of the fact that it depends again on what type of maca you're using. But to give you some sort of idea, if you're going to go ahead with the maca root, common serving sizes that were found in the studies were 1.5 grams to 3.5 grams, and now the extract is going to be at least 4 times more potent, so I would really just follow whatever instructions are there on the bottle, but 200 milligrams to 300 milligrams of the extract per day is somewhat common. So not only would I look at the brand, but I would also look to ensure there's positive reviews behind it so that you understand specifically how to take it, what the side effects could be, and most importantly, if individuals are even noticing any sort of benefit from it, because I'm somebody that's used maca a couple of times in the past and I really didn't notice anything from it. What are your thoughts on maca? I'd love to see in the comment section below. Do subscribe if you did find value in the video, and if you want to chat with me one-on-one, you can message me on Patreon, and be sure to visit our Discord server. We have a 24/7 chat room. We're having a whole lot of fun. I thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.